It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started, and off we go from Soldier Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team who just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First down, Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 77 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. Trubisky will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback...
No. I gotta change some shit up, man. I ain't no... One thing about me, bro, you ain't worried about that. I'm not a quitter. You blow me out 50-0, I'm still playing this bitch out. Nah, I ain't worried about that. I ain't no quitter. I'm gonna play this bitch out. I just gotta switch some shit up real quick.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Damn, you read the shit out
Not
there.
a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
31 yards there and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Flushed out right. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and throw forward with Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. A first down carry by Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Elliott. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Ready?
Run. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 40 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film. Did you see something on film when it was to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Coming to you.
Now it's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Prescott now. And it is incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more.
This is caught inside the 15.
A
huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards.
Get that money, Gabriel.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Let him out. Then you gonna let this.
And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Helped you out. Good shit.
With the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And he would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a 2nd-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being 1st-team running back as well as 1st-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
Go, Cleo.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Bears take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Oh, my motherfucking God. This bitch-ass
Even though that one was incomplete, you can see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend away from the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I heard a coach talk about those
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when he snapped it from the 3. But from the 15... mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
when we're at it, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Trubisky rolling to his right. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
No!
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one.
And while we pass it, or backward, that's picked up.
Now a second down for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I don't know.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Trubisky to throw again. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go, Montgomery.
And he's in.
Let's go, Montgomery.
Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery as the first half is winding down. And the Bears cut into that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
I don't have onside. I don't have onside. I don't have onside.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Final play of the half. Prescott. Looking for his tight
Go.
end.
Took that shit.
Intercepted.
Ain't want no time on the car.
Clinton Dix with a pick. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott on first down. Looking for
the pick.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Rev, they
fresh out of the locker room. They hit him with a gain of over 20. Here's Prescott. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Big. The Chicago.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blow.
He just patted down.
That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Oh my God! I didn't get played.
Good one.
That's a touchdown. He gonna stiff base
Gets it
back.
all the way down
I ain't never seen that one.
That's a good play. That's a good
for
play.
37 yards.
That's definitely good. I think that's the best.
And he come up the middle.
That's the good play. That's that.
I ain't never seen that play.
Ezekiel Elliott.
You did something.
I ain't never seen that play. I seen the
The
replay.
Cowboys, they push
Oh,
out
dude,
in
be
front.
quiet.
Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little
Tyson's
bit.
down
Get
a
some
PJ
breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So, I mean, how you play this boy, though?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
I mean,
their
how you
halftime
playing
hole
this?
now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the
Yeah, how
first
about you
touchdown
playing
the
this
second
boy,
half scored
though?
against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He was brought down by Malik Collins. Looking to throw on second down. Trubisky escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. There he goes
shook the shit out of him.
And he will score. Touchdown.
Yeah, the Bears can't stick this team. He's fucking them up.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
He is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And they got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. They were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now Trubisky on first down. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down.
Good shit. I give
Back
you
at about
that.
the 37-yard line.
Good shit.
Antoine Woods gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Play action. It's Trubisky. And his
I don't know what
throw
the
is
fuck
incomplete.
Trubisky's going straight up.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Under
Would you throw the
and
fucking...
down he goes again.
You got this one.
3
I'm
quarters
still
in the
for that
books.
one, but you got this.
You're watching the NFL
That's
on
bitch
EA
ass. I hate when you
Sports.
cock the ball
Now
back
at
right
Soldier
there.
Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On first and 10, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Flushed out right. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin.
I wish dude would have been and picked him up. I wanted to run out there with Khalil Mack. That would have been my pop right there.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. The 20. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. And he'll take it into the end zone for a counter touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right
She's
now.
going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Format to send it away now following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1.
Me tonight.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Robert Quinn able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Play action. Now Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go deep. And now here is another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36
play.
now, 1st and 10.
They just run.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper.
What
Past
the
the
fuck
20,
was that?
10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
Yeah.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes I watch good, but most of the time I go with my
Just 2 minutes remaining
like
here in the
coach
4th
or the
quarter.
Bills
What has
or
been
whatever.
a one-sided affair.
Yeah, the Bears sometimes they play their games, sometimes they just.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back.
Shit sometimes.
They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 29, Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Kwiatkowski picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Nick Kwiatkowski getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long for Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
54. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here's another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Yeah.
And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who get 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's third down. Prescott from the gun. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
I don't care how much I will. I'm going to play this bitch. That's how I want.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play?
I'm going to put it on me, though.
Because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, Ken.
Where your homework at, Jerry?
I thought that's not what you gave her.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Well, we got our last name.
On first down, Wilson. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Deeper.
Now Wilson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13. It's Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Throwing again on second and 10. Wilson, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Throwing on third and long. Wilson, he lets it fly for Lockett. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage.
Especially
not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he's up across midfield and down into... Seattle territory. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action. Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They run. This is Cohen. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Matt Nagy has made the decision. They're going to go for it here. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. On 1st down, Cohen. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Trubisky. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 26 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Wilson, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
14.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Caught. It's Wilson. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's got room. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Throwing is Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw, escaping the play, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They go play action with Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The sack there by Rasheem Green. Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
He's going to wind up and air it out. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Lockett. They'll try to get something going for Marshawn Lynch. 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, 49 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here.
Here we go, D. All day.
Here's Wilson. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll find Metcalf. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Flush to his right, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return is Cohen. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 24, Trubisky, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Finding Gabriel complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Out of the gun, Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. Open man, Tanner Gabriel.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Buying time to his left. He's going to take, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Back now at Soldier Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Trubisky, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. After the interception, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Toss play to Lynch. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 3rd down, Wilson rolling to his right. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go play action here on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Danny Trevathan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Wilson wants to throw it. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to